5 is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. We got through another week, y'all. It's Friday. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Made it. It's another Friday. Another week in the bag. 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 Smash the like button. Yep. Wow, man. I'll let y'all stroll in. I'm going to do this roll call in a second. You know, the older you get, the less ucks you give. The older you get, the less ucks you give. The older I get, the more I understood. I used to be like, man, that's an old miserable F, man. That's that lady, she just old and mad. And no, that old man, yo, he just old and mad. No. That old mofo has enough life experience to say, you know what? We're doomed as it is. So I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna lay in the cut. Because there's no hope. There is no hope. Yup. Yeah, man. So I the older I get, the more I understand. I'm just rambling right now. Let's do this roll call, man. Salute to the family. My brother Cop Aborigines, Todd Swindle, G. McCall, Eric H., Steve Elder Mack, my brother Mr. Shelton, Vince Vilborn, Anwar Willis, the Senseis in the building, Stormy B-Man, Jamal Robinson, Daryl Alexander, my brother Thomas from the BX, yes sir, Chilltown Majors, King Bonnie, Shemaine Callahan, Made it very Mark, my brother. I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Well, he got to show and prove, man. You got to show and prove. We're going to talk about it, man. NBA D Nice, where you been? Salute. Mo G, what up? Jason, Ring Dragon, how those Kings doing? 704 Joe, Avery Black, salute. Paragon of Boxing, salute, salute. Big Texas in the building. There he is. And Pete.
What the fuck?
Salute. Rod Holman, Shemaine Callahan, Fresh, Lisa Reed Chancey, Mike Ryan, Rim, my bad, Main Biker, Jimmy Bernard. Salute. Smash the like button, y'all. Well, you know, let's talk about the juggernaut. Protein shake is hitting this morning. It's amazing what a little peanut butter will do. Let's talk about the juggernaut. You see this picture right here? He was making me laugh. He was making me laugh. He was crossing his eyes. You see him smiling? See him smiling? I'm like, man, stop that. You see, this one is different. You see the difference? That one, he was making me laugh. I was like, man, if you don't stop. Yo, he's mad playful, man. Got a good energy from this guy, man. He, you know, look, man. Hold on 1 second. I'm reading something. Hold on a second. Great energy, very friendly. I keep telling y'all, I got this video where I didn't even know I hit record. But I was talking to him about, I said, look, you know, I'm no pro or nothing like that, but here's my opinion on what possibly you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Shepherd King, what up? Reed for my brother. What up? Drive safe. Let me get you through your morning. And he was very receptive, you know. I said, look, man, I'm no pro, but the guy's head movement is really good. And with your style, you strong as hell, man. Just touch him. Just knock him off balance. Hit him in the shoulder. I told him, I said, man, you got Foreman-esque type of power, man. And if you could frustrate him by knocking him off balance or whatever, making him reset, he's going to have to commit to something. And then that's when you level him. Because I do believe that if Joe Joyce catches him in one of those shots, man, he'll put him to sleep. He will put him to sleep. So listen, I'm rooting for Joe Joyce, and this is no shade. This is no shade to Zhang, because listen, man, Zhang is really good. Zhang is really good. Zhang is really good, man. He's really good. I'm rooting for Joe Joyce, man. I'm rooting for Joe Joyce. Can he get it done? He's gonna have to prove it, because that was man, Joe couldn't do nothing with him, bro. He couldn't do nothing with him. And he hurt him twice. I was like, damn, that's crazy. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what happened in the camp, if they made adjustments. Can he execute what they worked on? I'm rooting for Joe Joyce. And I'm an energy person. Cop Killer, what up? I'm an energy person. And he was walking through the MGM. I said, oh, there go Joe Joyce. So, you know, I was like, hey, man, you know, he stopped and he was smiling and shaking everyone's hand. And I said, man, look, he's a cool dude. He was taking pictures, slipped the jab, salute. And listen, after my stare down, he did the stare down with manager Marty. Man, I wish I had, man, because, yo, that was funny. That was funny. I was cracking up. Because Marty's not the tallest guy in the world, but Marty looked up at him, like, and I was like, oh, man, that was dope, man. I know, Jamal, Zhang is tough, man. Zhang is a major player in the heavyweight division, man. Let's keep it honest, man. Big Bang Zhang, man. He's a major player. And stylistically, I really don't know. You know, I mean, I was just telling him, look, man, I'm no pro. But when I see things like that, the only thing, you know, in my opinion, because I don't know shit. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know shit. I'm just saying, just touch him. Just touch him. Just Knock him off balance. Hold on a second. I said my brother Marco. Oh, wait. Hold up. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know stylistically what Joe Joyce can do. To beat him. I just gave him my opinion. But when I was talking to him, I wish you guys could have saw his face. He was like really like listening, like, yeah, you think so? Yeah, and that's like shit. I hope his camp is telling him something like that. When you're fighting a guy that has like exceptional head movement, just forget that he has it. Just abandon ship. Don't even try and hit him in the damn face. Don't even do it. You chop down the tree. Chop it down. Bring him down to your level. Don't even try. It was damn near pointless trying to hit Pernell Whitaker in the face. Do y'all get my point? I'm not saying Zhang is Whitaker, but you get my point. Don't even bother. Everything down here, that's what you do. Shoulder, arm, chest, body. Cut off the ring. Body. And it's going to be hard work because, it's depending on the judges, they might not count body work. Salute to the judges. Y'all know where I'm going to go. Salute to the judges that got it right. Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. We count body work over here. Y'all mad? Todd French in that super chat, much love. He said, this would be a good fight. Hashtag salute, hashtag lightweight. Yeah. I'm rooting for Zhang. And this is I'm rooting for Joyce. And this is no shade to Zhang. This is no shade. It became a little biased after I met Joe Joyce. He had a great energy. He seems like genuinely a good guy. And this is no shade. I don't hate Zhang. Please don't take it there. If there's a Chinese fan, Jeff Sparks, salute. Naughty Ray, Noah Randall, Rod Neal, salute. No, this isn't. I'm picking somebody to win, but I'm just rooting for Joe because I met him. He's a good dude. It's okay. If Zhang win, he win. I'm gonna talk about the fight regardless. But Joyce is a major player. Let me tell you something, man. DOG, my brother, Squirrely, what up? Kane the bad guy. How many of y'all thought that Joe Joyce was gonna lose to Danny Dubois? I did. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I did. That's when I was, and see, this goes to show you. Sometimes the eye test isn't what you think it is. Isaiah, what's good? Sometimes the eye test isn't what we think it is, because the eye test I had on Dubois and with the hype train, Gio James, what up? The hype train, I kind of ignore Callie, what's good, man? Yeah, you met him too, right? He's very approachable. Yeah, he's a genuinely good dude. You can't hate the guy at all. He's a very nice guy. I can kind of like put the hype aside from the UK because they just get behind their fighters regardless. So I said, yeah. Let me watch this guy on my own. And when I was watching Joe Joyce, I was like, wow. All right. I was watching Dubois, and I'm like, he could be the goods. And I'm like, how tall is he? I was like, okay, he about 6'5". I said, okay. He had exceptional footwork, really good jab, decent power. The timing was there against the guys I saw him with. I was like, okay. And then the rumor came out. He knocked the shit out of AJ in sparring. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. And then it got worse. I'm like, okay, they said he knocked him out in sparring. I said, ooh, okay. Afro Rican G, salute. And I'm like, okay. All right. Then, AJ didn't deny it. And then when they finally cornered him, he said, yeah, it's true. I said, oh, okay. And I said, you know what? And then, of course, he got the menacing look. I said, all right. Okay. This kid might be it. I said, this might be the kid that we thought AJ was. We thought this might be the kid that we thought AJ was. So let's watch him. And I said, True Boxing Night, salute. I said, okay. Syriot, what's good? I said, okay, I like this. So when they announced he was fighting Joe Joyce, I said, man, Joe Joyce, big puncher, but I said, this kid at the time, I was like, he might be the total package. He's just as big as Joe Joyce. He's faster. That's why I thought the match was won right there. He's faster. Might not be as powerful, but speed. No matter if you're powerful, the speed is there. I mean, come on. He might hit Joe Joyce with some shit he either don't see or just can't stop. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna roll with Dubois on this. And then the bell rang. Then the goddamn bell rang. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell's happening? And I watched the life get drained out of Dubois. And I'm like, why can't he stop this jab? And I'll say, wait a minute. He's running into it. Joe was just sticking the paw out there and he was running into it. Next thing you know, his eye is coming out his head. And he quit. That's what happened, right? Before any UK fans jump up in here and say, you never had a fight in your life. That's not true. I've had many fights in my life. But go ahead. You don't know what it's like to have a broken orbital bone. No, I can't. I can't say that I have. It sounded like it hurt. It looked like it hurt. But I'm trying to figure out why that happened in the first place. There was no adjustments. I know a few of you picked Joyce to win. And I said, oh, why? Really? I know Stormy picked Joyce to win. And I said, I wonder why are y'all doing that? Well, I found out. So I wasn't supposed to point out, Andrew 100, what up? I was supposed to point out that this kid quit. And I'm not supposed to ridicule him for quitting. I didn't. How is it ridicule when you point out what the fuck happened? Did he not, was his eye, watch this. Was his eye not swollen? Did Joe Joyce not swole his fucking eye? Did that not happen? It happened, right? Did I make fun of him? No. I said, damn, look at his eye. Okay. Oh shit, did he knock him out? No, he quit. He quit. That's what happened. The fight was stopped. The doctor didn't stop it. He chose not to continue. Right? That's what happened. And I said, I didn't see that coming. How am I the bad guy? You don't know what it's like to have a broken order. I don't know. But that's what happened, right? Paul Carrick, salute. King Bonnie, salute. Code 67, what up? That's what happened. What the fuck y'all mad at me? I wasn't in the ring. I was watching it just like y'all was watching it, and I was just as confused. I said, why does he keep getting hit by a jab? Remember, I picked him to win. And I'm watching the screen like this, like, what? Every time he got hit with a jab. What? The eyes getting swollen every round. What? Then he's taking a strategic knee. What? And then here comes the towel. What? Joe ain't have a mark on his face.
What the fuck?
He quit. That's what happened. He quit, right? But I said, okay, I don't know what it's like to have a broken orbital bone, and I never boxed in my life, and but. Meanwhile, a lot of y'all niggas never did. Oh, maybe you had a couple of amateur fights. I don't know who the fuck you are. You ain't do shit. Don't matter. What I'm saying is it don't matter, because we all saw the same shit. His eye got swollen. He couldn't get out of the way of a jab, and he quit. It happened. Different from Joyce versus Zhang. That fight was stopped. Joe didn't quit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now talk to me. LB, what up? Talk to me. And Joe was smiling at the end of the fight with a swollen eye. Couldn't even see out that fucker. He didn't quit. The fight was stopped. Tim Taylor, what up? A couple of fights later, gets in the ring with Usyk. His eye was swelling again. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know his eye was swelling again. I'm not talking about the blown call with the body shot. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his eye, for some reason, was swelling again, and he quit. Again. Was he leveled and sleeping on the floor? And by the time he came to, all he heard was 8! No. He took a knee again and he quit again. Y'all want to talk to me about that now? Do we trust Daniel Dubois moving forward? No. And I'm not taking shots at him. I'm telling you what I saw. And I just told you I was rooting for the kid, right? When it was announced that he was fighting Usyk, who do you think I was rooting for? Detroit, BC, salute. Who do you think I was rooting for? There he is.
Oh,
Yo.
popping.
What's good?
You know, living the dream.
My brother Marco on a mission from Hell's Kitchen. Salute, brother. What you got going on?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. What's the topic?
Right now we on Big Bang Zhang versus Joyce. I mean, I tried to step in and get in the middle of the fight, and we had a date, but Joyce ducked me. We had a date for February 34th. We had a venue on the moon. It was a sellout that we could have made money. but he ducked me.
Okay, you said he
Oh,
was
you-
like making you laugh during this thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, he ducked me. He's scared. He don't want no smoke. So he's gonna take the easy route and fight Big Bang Zhang. So I mean, whatever.
I like
He don't want no
I
smoke.
like Joyce. He seems cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's a cool. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for him. What do you think he needs to do to, be successful?
This is one of those fights that I don't really want to see.
Oh boy.
Because it was such a one-sided ass whooping the first time. Even though I liked Joyce as a person, as a fighter, I didn't understand why people were talking him up. I mean, and I'm not trying to disrespect him. This is just pure boxing, right? Extremely slow, extremely robotic. Didn't even hit that hard, in my opinion, considering how big he is. Like, of course he hits hard because he's a, 250, 60, 70-pound dude, but 6'6". But I didn't get it. And I was not surprised at all when Zhang beat him. I think Zhang will beat him just as easy the next. Like, why are we getting this rematch? There's probably a rematch clause because Joyce is, the A side in England. In England, he's pretty big. People don't realize here, nobody really knows him. So that's probably why we're getting the rematch. But, like, what's the point? What? Here's what I'm saying, Drew. In my opinion, rematches should only happen for two reasons: controversy or close, very close decision, close fight. Neither of that happened in this first fight. So what are we doing?
I mean, like you said, contractual obligation.
Right.
Oh man. I told him what I told him.
What you told him?
I said, look, of course I'm not no pro or nothing like that. Just touch him. Abandon the ship. Don't even try to hit him in the head. Zhang's head movement was way too good for him. Just touch him, knock him off balance, hit him in the shoulders, hit him in the arms, cut the ring off, make it a fight, make it dirty. I got some of that on video, some of it. I have it on. I didn't even know my phone hit record, and I looked. I said, "Oh shit!" I got some of the conversation. But I don't know what else to tell him outside of that, because Zhang was just, the lateral movement was just too good. The jab was in his face. The evidence was on his face. His eye was swollen shut. Literally, this is a fight where we can say Joyce just has a puncher's chance. That's it. This is literally the case. He has to land something. And one thing I will say is he can. If he lands something significant, he'll knock the shit out of anybody because he's that strong. But he has to land it. And Zhang didn't even give him a minute to blink. As soon as the bell rang, he jumped on him. I mean, he was well scouted. He jumped on him.
The shit's also coming at snail's pace, so it's not that hard to get out the way.
I mean, ain't that something? Because before you pulled up, I was talking about who did you pick when they announced he was fighting Daniel Dubois? Who did you pick in that fight?
Who fought Dubois?
Joe Joyce.
And what happened? I don't remember.
I picked Dubois to beat him. I thought Dubois would beat him like how Zhang beat him. That's what I thought.
Dubois is another guy, by the way.
Yeah.
While I think he has more skill than Joyce, I didn't see him being a top heavyweight right now. I just didn't see it.
I thought he was. You know what it was? I'm gonna tell you what it was. We were coming off the heels of Anthony Joshua, and it's hard trying to not let a fan base hijack a fighter. It's like you want to just shut it out and see it for what it is on your own. But it's hard when he has a serious hype train behind him. It's like, yo, don't hijack this guy from me.
Right.
Pause. Let me see what it is with my own two eyes so I can make my own, so I can have my own analysis of him. And the fans got in the way of that. And it's like, fuck it, take AJ. Because once upon a time, I was really watching AJ with a critical eye, and I was supporting him. But, Eddie Hearn and the fan base got in the way, and I let that go. And and then the Wilder situation, and I just let that go. Enter Daniel Dubois. He had a bit of a backstory with him, and then there was rumors that he knocked out AJ in sparring, and then that turned out to be true. So I said, oh, all right, wait a minute. Okay, this might be the guy. And then I started watching him, and I'm like, okay, he's big. He's another big guy. He's like 6'5", great movement. Really, he had the basics under control. Had a good jab, really decent power, but he was knocking around guys that he was supposed to knock around. So I said, okay, Joe Joyce is a big enough name. Olympian, amateur career. Another thing that someone said in the chat a little while ago, I saw that, said that he don't know why that Joe Joyce stuck around the amateurs for so long. Maybe now we see why. They were moving him along a certain way, possibly, like a Golovkin situation, like a Lomachenko situation. These guys hang around the amateurs until they're 30, beating up on 17-year-old kids. Whatever. That might be a UK thing. I don't know. And I thought that Dubois had the tools necessary to expose that of Joe Joyce.
Dubois is so Dubois, the antithesis of what I think about Joe Joyce. I think Dubois actually does have skills, but
that's right.
He doesn't have. He looks like he doesn't want to be there a lot of the time.
Thank you. That's what it is.
And I've been there. Like, there's days where I will go in, spar in a fight, and I don't want to be there either. But then you just shouldn't fucking be there. You know what I mean? Because you can get hurt. And I'm not knocking him because it's a tough sport. People don't realize how hard it is in boxing to maintain that intensity all the time. Like, I would be able to get up for certain fights, but certain fights, I just, you know what I mean? Boxing it's not normal. To be in, to have your adrenaline flowing, fight or flight, to be in fight mode, have your brain releasing all that adrenaline, all that epinephrine.
It's not normal.
It's not normal, exactly. So
James Toney is crazy.
He's
crazy.
Right. And that's why certain dudes were on steroids. It's easier for them to fucking stay angry and stay in that mode. But yeah, it's not normal. So I get it. But at the same time, like, no matter what mind frame I was in, I would never almost quit. I'd be in there and I might not want to be there, but I'll try. Even I would never quit. And he's shown us that he pretty much quits.
And that's the issue.
So that I don't respect fully. I don't. And I hate to say that because I respect all fighters and I respect him as a fighter. But the fact that he seems like he pretty much quit, he didn't full out quit. Like, look, people don't. Roberto Duran, one of the greatest fighters in history, literally, flat out quit. Nobody talks about that. They talk about it in terms of, the no mas, it's famous, but he quit. And that is in boxing, the biggest no-no. Biggest no-no. I don't even let my son stop throwing punches till the bell rings when he's on the bag. You know what I mean? Like, that's how the mentality is. He quit. So to me, that's the one thing that you don't do in boxing. And if that's your mentality, you probably shouldn't be boxing.
Yeah. I think he likes world peace. He's one of those guys that if he's winning, he'll look outstanding. But then you hit him back and you bust his lip. He's worried about the people in the front row looking like, oh, you can't worry about the motherfuckers. Man.
Talking about Dubois?
Yeah, Dubois. Yeah. And when he got in there with Joe Joyce, I could not understand. I was like, wait a minute, his eyes swelling. And I'm like, why can't he get out of the way of his fucking jab? All Joe Joyce was doing was sticking his hand out. He was running into it every time. I said, what is going on with this dude? And then he quit. And then people got mad at everybody for saying, yo, look, man, the young man quit. You don't know what it's like to have a broken orbital. You don't know. I'm like, yo, hold on. He quit. That's all I said. He quit. And that's what happened. He quit. We're not talking about the diagnosis. Look, all I know is that the fight was stopped because he stopped it. That means he quit. That's all.
Right.
I don't know. We didn't even know if his orbital shit was, we didn't know. I know his eye looked like he had a golf ball under it and he quit. But I couldn't understand how he kept getting hit by what people call slow Joyce. Well, I said, damn it, you know what? Timing negates speed. How did I not see that?
I see somebody in the chat, Jason, talking about rematch. I just want to address it real quick. Jason, the difference between Hassem Rahman and Lennox Lewis deserving a rematch is when one punch lands and that ends the fight, a rematch is definitely deserved for the most part. When it's one punch, because the fight was close-ish, and Lewis was favored. So when one punch makes a difference, I'm personally okay with rematches. But when the whole fight's just an absolute beatdown, the whole fight from start to finish, that's when I personally don't think that a rematch is really necessary, especially when you're dealing with a fighter who's almost 40. They don't have another 6 months to be wasting. If you're doing rematches that are unnecessary, they got to get on that train and keep it going. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. This fight against Zhang was one-sided. So you're right. Outside of contractual obligation, I get it. But for a practical standpoint, I would say try and get a couple of fights in between to learn something. But at this point, and this is the problem with staying in the amateurs too long, because once you get into the pros, you got to move fast. What could Joe Joyce, because he's a big name in the UK, what could he have done in between before getting back in the ring with Zhang? Where was he going to go? Because if you look at the rankings, there's really nowhere to go.
I mean, it's a bad question to ask me because I really feel like Joe Joyce is, and I'm not trying to be funny, is one of the slowest punchers I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's almost
George Foreman was faster than him.
Yeah, it's so slow. It does not look hard to me. I know it is hard because of his sheer volume and mass and size, but it's not hard. Its feet are slow. His hands are low. He looks like he's always gassed because there's so much muscle, I guess. He's so big. I think he's gonna get hurt really bad because with a big puncher.
Yeah. So in that aspect, the rematch makes sense because there's nowhere to go. I mean, where does he go? What does he do? Everything is Zhang was. I'm thinking about right now. I mean, Dayton Dubois, I thought was going to do to him what Zhang did to him, but that was fool's gold. Stormy's calling him Dr. Frankenstein. I'm going straight to hell for laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Hergovich? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would be a good matchup for him, and there's nowhere to go because he's a name now. He's a main eventer. There's nowhere for him to go, so he had to take this rematch.
I mean, for him, it's a good idea because he wants to try and get his get back. I get it, but for the fans, even for Zhang, but whatever. If he agreed to the rematch clause, I guess that's what he had to do to get the fight.
I mean, this might sound petty, but I think him versus Dubois in a rematch would have been okay because Dubois needs that get back, and he's coming off of an L from Usyk, and he needs to learn a little bit before he got back in the ring with Zhang. So I would have accepted that Dubois because they're both coming off of L's,
right?
And that UKI is very real, as it turns out.
Yeah.
It's very, very real, man. That was just so. I really don't have an answer outside of I'm rooting for Joe Joyce, but I don't know outside of what I told him. I said just touch him, hit him somewhere, knock him off balance, and then when he gets close, tie him up, try and out muscle him. And Zhang is not a small guy either.
Nah,
I don't know how strong he is on the clinch either.
He's a big dude. I mean,
this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. This might be, and if Joe Joyce doesn't win this fight, where does he go?
Carnival?
These rankings. What'd you say?
Carnival? Stand there and do this shit and lift up like women sitting on chairs. I don't know.
Check this out. This just in. Joyce weighs a career high of 281. He's 25 pounds heavier than in the first fight. I know Stormy got something to say about that.
You might get knocked
because
out.
this is a problem. I don't like that. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I took this picture right here, listen, man, I'm 220. He didn't look that big.
He doesn't look that much bigger than you.
No, he didn't look. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of these fighters that I've seen, I sized them up. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know he kicked my ass, but I sized him. I said, man, he didn't look that big.
He's about 6'6", right?
Yeah, but he don't look. Like I was looking at his mass. The same thing with Joseph Parker. When I saw him in Vegas, I'm like, he's another dude. Let me see if I can find that Parker picture. And Joe Parker, he was another guy. Let me pull up that other picture. Joseph Parker was another guy that I know he weighed more than me, but I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, these guys is 240, 260. I'm like, where? Come on, man.
Wait a second. I thought Joseph Parker was like 6'5".
Nope.
You guys are the same height.
Yup.
What?
You looking at it.
You look bigger than him.
I'm 6'2".
I know. I've been around you. I'm saying you look muscle-wise too bigger than him.
I don't know where this weight is coming from.
Huh.
I don't know.
Look at that.
And I'm telling you, Joyce knocked the shit out of him. Did you see that fight?
Yeah,
Joyce knocked the shit out of him.
He caught him with that. Yeah, it was like he leaped in with a left hook.
He knocked the shit out of him, and he was tore up too. He was drunk.
That left hook was like beep beep.
Yeah. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And here's the thing. Joseph Parker came in that fight a career heaviest. What was he, like 260? No. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to do that. He was gonna try and out muscle Joyce. You don't do that. You come into career light and you dance on him.
Yeah.
And he tried to out muscle him and it didn't work out. So I'm figuring, man, now I just read it just now. A career high of 281. What is he trying to do? Zhang's gonna dance on him, man.
Maybe he's trying to like lean on him and try and use that weight advantage somehow.
Bro,
but
how you gonna lean on him when you can't catch him?
Yeah, and you're not fast enough to do all that, or athletic enough.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not the pro. Jafari, what up? I'm not the pro. Maybe they know something I don't know. But I mean, look, you've been in the ring. Tell me what they're trying to do. I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe just impose his size on him, and that works if you're agilic enough. But he's not. So again, I mean, I'll probably watch it. I'm not gonna front, but I'm not excited about it.
Oh, come on, Joe. What are you doing?
Is that tonight or tomorrow?
That's tomorrow, but those fights come on early over here.
Oh, the UK, yeah.
Yeah. And Zhang said in the article yesterday, he said, I still don't trust judging. Referee, only option is for Zhang to win by knockout. So Zhang's going for the knockout. He don't trust the judges. I like his attitude. He's fighting on foreign soil. He's like, F that. I don't trust the judges.
Zhang's the one who fought that Herkovich dude.
And he got robbed. He got robbed.
To Herkovich. It was a close fight, but yeah, Zhang should have won. And Herkovich is a dude. Is there footage of him sparring Wilder and looking really good? Like old footage?
No.
Who was he sparring?
He was sparring Deontay. You see, that's what they put out there.
Oh, okay. It was like edited.
It's on YouTube. Deontay was actually coaching in the ring.
Yeah, Herkovich
coaching him in the ring. He was talking to him and coaching him. But if you let people tell it, they say, oh, well, he was sparring Deontay and he was getting the better of him. That's like they said, David Haye, he sparked Deontay in sparring. No, he didn't. It's one clip where D threw out a lazy jab.
Yeah, and
he pull counted him. That was all.
I know. People don't realize, I say this all the time, getting dropped and getting stunned in boxing is normal. Now, if it's happening all the time, that's a different story. But having that happen occasionally over a 10, 20-year career is not, somebody's not chinny if that happens. That's normal. Now, only if it's all about numbers. If it's happening a lot, so I hate when people don't realize that.
Let me see if I can find it. Alda Ergovich. Yeah, here it is right here.
Ergovich looked really good there. You thought he'd end up being a massive prospect, but not really. I mean, he might be.
Yeah. This is Sky Sports. I don't want to I don't want to use it. Yeah, they
don't fuck around.
Yeah, they'll flag it. These people are stupid. Yeah, D wasn't even like fighting. Hergovich is teeing off and just throwing shit, and they're mixing clips. That's all it is. They're mixing clips. I don't want it's Sky Sports logos all over it. I don't want to air it, but it's up there. But people see it and they say, "Oh, look, please get the fuck out of here." Yeah. Hergovich gets his head knocked into the 8th row. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah, we gotta see who Hergovich is gonna fight. He hasn't fought since, huh? Or has he?
No, he got a gift against Zhang. What is he up next with? Let me check these rankings real quick. That's pretty important. His heavyweight rankings are always. Where's he at? He's ranked number 1 for the IBF. Alexander Usyk might be next up. Since oh, look at the WBO. Big Bang Zhang is in line for Usyk. Usyk got some work to do. And see, this is why Fury. Yeah, I guess we can make the lateral move about that. This is why Fury ain't really. He's on record saying he's not trying to do anything substantial. He's in it for money fights. Yeah,
I mean,
Deontay Wilder's ranked number 1 in the WBC, y'all.
I heard that.
AJ's ranked number 2 in the WBC. Mm-hmm. AJ's not fighting Deontay because Eddie Hearn is a sausage sniffer.
That's not happening?
Oh, my God. No, it's not happening.
So I heard that talks have fired back up for Usyk and Fury and AJ and Wilder.
Nope.
You don't think that Saudi Arabia, Carlo, happened where they both fight on the same night?
No, because people would rather believe lying ass Eddie Hearn than the truth. I know exactly what's going on. Tay Jones told me exactly what's going on. And Eddie Hearn is beating the public in the head once again. He's doing it again. And rather than put the pedal to the metal on his ass and say, look, stop playing with us. All of this, I'm going to Saudi and I'm talking to the Saudis and we might have it in Vegas or in the UK and the O2. Listen, that's a lie. Deontay Wilder, from what I was told, is never fighting in Vegas again. Never again.
Why?
He's lying. He's lying. Eddie Hearn is lying again. The Saudi says we got this money. Both of these men have no belt. And the fact that there's somebody that sees financial value in them fighting for double or triple the amount from when they had belts, that's a blessing in itself. And the fact that Eddie Hearn does not want to make this fight is a crime. All of you real AJ fans, y'all need to be on Eddie Hearn's bumper. Don't listen to me. Because outside of Wilder, and I'm talking to the AJ fans, Wilder can still make money in Saudi. They see value in Wilder. And if you don't want to fight, they'll pay to see him fight somebody else over there. They've been wanting him over there for the last 3 or 4 years.
There's a lot of heavyweight fight. I mean, I want to see Ruiz fight any of those guys. That'd be fun.
Ruiz dunked Deontay also. He dunked him. He dunked him too.
He wanted more money. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. But my point is, this motherfucker Eddie Hearn, this Wilder fight is not happening because of Eddie Hearn, and no one's holding him accountable. The guy's a liar. I've proven he's a liar. Okay. You want to do this? Let's do this.
What are we doing? I don't know if I want to do this. What are you about to do?
Pay attention.
Question. We already know the question I'm going to ask. Everybody wants to know, Deontay Wilder offered $50 million.
It's very kind of him.
Are you guys going to take it? If not, why not?
Well, because we haven't had an offer yet. All we've had is a piece of paper from a guy from Alabama. So let's see a contract. Let's see proof of funds. Let's see what we have to do and what our obligations are to earn that kind of money. If it's real, we have to look at it, and it's something that's of interest. But if they expect us to make a decision and accept a fight today based on a piece of paper from, as I said, a guy from Alabama, then they're widely mistaken.
First things first, I want to thank you and appreciate the invite that you had me to such a event.
No problem. Thank you for coming, sir.
I appreciate it. Now, Eddie, the last time we spoke and we did an interview, I asked you about the Deontay Wilder and negotiations, and you said in two different separate occasions you said that you need to see proof of funds. But I saw a video you did with IFL TV, and you said you never asked to see proof of funds. Could you clear up the confusion with that?
No, I haven't seen proof of funds. I haven't asked to see proof of funds. I've just asked some very simple questions, which they've answered, to be fair to them. Let's see proof of funds. 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 Let's see proof of funds.
I caught him, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I caught him. Get the fuck out of my face. Hello, world.
Two weeks. He told Blue Blood one thing. 2 weeks later, he told him something else. I know all black people look alike, but how the fuck do you not know you're talking to the same guy in the span of 2 weeks?
I like the way the guy handled that too. He basically called him out, but did it real professionally. You know what I mean? Non-confrontationally. It was really
that was Blue Blood.
That was Blue?
Yep.
And by the way, Blue Blood's hairline is immaculate. I would give anything to have a hairline. Holy shit. It's like down to his eyebrow. Woo, he's always wearing hats. I've never seen it before.
Oh.
That was Blue. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
That was done really well. Really well.
Man, listen. How do you not know? And when Blue goes out, he wears a big old fucking hat with his name on it. How do you not know you talking to the same? You don't remember you just told this guy, let's see a contract, let's see proof of funds. And then 2 weeks later he said, I never asked to see a contract. I never asked to see proof of funds. What? My God. But this is the guy that people will swear by. Eddie Hearn is preventing Wilder versus AJ. Again, here we are 5 years later. 5 years. And there's over $100 million on the table for both of them. You heard me right. For 2 fights, by the way. But, but Wilder's ducking and all this, that, and the third, man. You listen, if y'all are content in your own bullshit, go ahead. Go ahead. All I know is that Deontay's legacy is cemented. AJ ain't shit. AJ is supposed to step up and say, yo, man, make the fight. Make the fight. He never did it. He asked for $50 million, and then said he wasn't selling his soul when he saw the 50 million.
I mean, this is one of those rare occasions where I get it, because I wouldn't want to get in against that right hand either. Fuck that.
Yeah, but if it's that, he need to say it.
Yeah.
He need to say it, because he's proven it. Just say it. Pussy. He a pussy. Yeah. AJ is a pussy. Yeah, you won't say it to his face. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
No, seriously. What's he gonna do? First of all, I don't approach people I don't talk to. There was a lot of fighters walking around in Vegas. I'm like, yeah, there go that nigga. I don't want to talk to him. That's number one. Number two, don't get it fucked up. Ain't no referees out in the street. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. All right. So, I ain't going on no tough guy shit. I'm just saying. Don't come in my chat talking dumb shit, nigga. I ain't no pussy. Don't get it fucked up. Anyway, salute to Joyce. I wish him well. Don't know how he's gonna do it. I just hope he does it. Because I'm just rooting for him. That's all. But Zhang is going in there for the knockout. I just saw the article. Zhang, and based off of the first fight, he's perfectly capable
and confident now. Way more confident.
And he don't trust the judges. He said it. He's saying all the right things. He's very capable. And I think, damn, man. Damn. I don't know how Joe's going to do it, man. I just hope he does it. I don't know how. Salute to my brother Abel Mojave in that stupid chat. He said, give me blue blood waves and hairline. Salute young Abel.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so fuck Eddie Hearn, he a liar. Once again, he's been caught. But let's talk about let's talk about Bud
Crawford. That's
all right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting stuff.
Now I know the Bud clan they checked in and he about to talk about Bud. We gonna say about Bud. You don't talk about Bud. You don't talk about Bud. What you gonna say about Bud? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying about Bud. Nothing that already hasn't been said.
It's interesting. I spoke with Steve Too Cold Nelson, who's Bud's childhood friend, fighter.
Oh, you know the guy?
Yeah, I know Steve. Yeah.
All right. So what did he say?
Well, he said that Bud basically is offering at 147 because he's hoping that Errol doesn't take it, because he wants to move on because the fight was still one-sided. I kind of agree. I don't want to see that rematch.
Wait a minute. Say that again, but slower. And I need y'all to listen. Go ahead. Say it again.
That Bud is offering the fight at 147. Now, Bud did make it just seem in that interview, I'm sure you saw it, that it was a contractual thing. They didn't put it in writing, but he made it seem that Bud is basically like, I'm going to do it at 147, and we're both hoping, Steve said, that Errol does not take the fight because we want to fight Canelo and move on and build a legacy, because the first fight was so one-sided.
That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy Money Horton, he did ride Crambo. Froggy Money Horton, he did ride Crambo.
Go!
This makes me laugh every time.
And he told you this.
Yeah.
So he really don't give a damn about. He's hope. So let me get this straight. And salute to my brother Jay Dill, or salute to Dills in the Cash App. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you so much, good brother. Thank you so much. My Cash App been acting crazy lately. I'm gonna uninstall it and reinstall. It's been acting crazy. You know, somebody sent me $500 the other day, and then sent me a note, a dollar note saying, I didn't mean to send this to you. I don't know you. Could you please send it back? I didn't know the person. I sent it back. I sent them back $501. I looked down. I said, damn, who's showing me love like this? And then the person sent me another dollar. Oops, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Could you please send it back? I sent it back.
Lucky you're a good dude.
Yeah. I could have sent them back that dollar saying, F you, it's mine now. I said, oh, man. I said, no, I ain't, please. I was like, they sent me a big old oops, please send it back. I said, no, don't worry. I sent it right back with a laughing emoji. No. I ain't even gonna play with him like that.
I saw Blue the other day. I was on his show and he got a $499 super chat. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. He gets, let me tell you, Blue, I remember when he first started, and for him to be where he is now, I can't express to you how proud I am of that brother, man.
I'm chasing both of you guys. I want to be where you guys are at.
Yo, you going, Marco? I'm telling you, you're gonna get there, bro. You're gonna turn around and be like, "Oh shit, I can quit my job."
I hope so. Would that be nice? Just talk boxing and just lamping.
Yeah, but boxing gives me a seizure some days.
Yeah. You pop a casket sometimes.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I wake up, bite my tongue like, I gotta talk boxing today. Shit. But I don't know, man. But maybe pep talk, man. I would enjoy having my pep talk conversations. That's a relief for me. But anyway, I heard BFTB yesterday. He said that Bud is strictly doing this for the money, and he really doesn't give a shit about the legacy. Going up to the Canelo fight, that's not really a legacy fight. It's a money grab, man. It's a money grab.
I don't know, man. I think it's legacy. That beating arguably one of the best fighters of this generation and way heavier than you, that adds legacy.
Well, it's legacy on the way, but he's not doing it. Put it like this. If he so happened to fight Canelo and Canelo's still undisputed, that's legacy along the way. But if Canelo blows it against Jamel, but the Canelo fight is still worth more, he's gonna go fight Canelo, man.
Yeah, see that I wouldn't. If Jamel wins, you fight Jamel. That's just and the fact that you were calling him out already and all that. You know what I mean?
Now look at this. Our brother Sidmar, he said, "Salute you. I lost respect for Bud." A lot of people feel this way. It has nothing to do with his skill set. We're not saying anything like he sucks in the ring and he's getting gifts. We're not saying that. His movements are very telling right now, man. What I wanted him to do, and this is just me, what I would not want him, what I would like to have seen, and I don't hide this, what I would have liked to have seen after he beat Errol, going to fight Errol in a rematch, because to me, that's just the proper thing to do. Errol made this fight happen in the first place, not the PBC, not Top Rank. He said, if it wasn't for Errol, this fight does not happen.
Right.
Return the favor, man. This guy looked out for you. And if you beat him again, what I would like to have seen, if you beat Errol in December, rock and roll to fight Jamel for his 154 undisputed. But the industry is making that impossible. Why? They're making it impossible because as soon as he goes up to fight Canelo, the WBO is going to take Jamel's title from him.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take his title.
Does Tim
Were you there? Were you there when Jamel said, "Tell the WBO not to take my belt"? Was you standing there? Was you?
Nah, I don't remember that.
I think you left already.
Yeah, probably.
But he said, "Yo, tell the WBO don't take my belt because I want to hold both." What I would like to have seen is Jamel versus Bud in an undisputed match. And I told the Bud fans, how special would it have been if, let me just paint this picture, if he beats Errol in the rematch, goes to 154, and beats Jamel. So you got 140, 147, 154.
Yeah.
he could retire and go straight to the Hall of Fame, and I would not have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I would not have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers chasing Canelo, that's my problem.
Yeah.
After Canelo said they should all fight each other because they want payday, and let them fight each other, and I'll be here. I'll face the winner of all of them. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Why the fuck everyone's showing this guy all this respect when he just disrespect everything? I want David Benavidez. He gives you John Ryder. He gives you Golovkin 3. Man, fuck it. Why don't everyone just comply with what he says? Fight each other and don't fuck with him. Because apparently his fan base is so stupid, they're going to pay for whatever the fuck he does, so let him go do it.
It's funny, what you just said is something that nobody thinks about. Through all of this that we talk about, right? All of this, Canelo, Charlo, Bud, Errol, the one person who's getting fucked real good, is David Benavidez. And he's probably the person that deserves to fight Canelo the most.
He is.
And he's getting fucked the worst, unfortunately. And you know damn well, Bud, Errol, whoever, Jamel, none of those guys are going to fight Benavidez.
No.
That's not going to
No. He's that guy until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
And he was legitimately next up. And once again,
like 4 years.
The powers that be have protected Canelo. When Jamal was next up, here come Mauricio Suleiman. Hey, I have an idea. The franchise status is a good idea. And we was like, wait a minute. He's supposed to be fighting Jamal. What the fuck's going on? And did you hear what Steve Espinoza said about the franchise status?
No.
I got you right now. Let me just pull that up there. Because it's enough to piss you off. Got me mad. Yeah, this is enough to piss me off. Let me just go to the good old share screen here. This is what Steve Espinoza had to say about the franchise status. Mentioned Charlo not being able to remain at 154 being a bit of politics. Can you elaborate further on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, every situation is a little bit different, but you see situations where some guys are able to keep all their titles and fight, and they're given an exception. And this seems like a good situation for an exception. If there's ever a case for exceptions to do a fight like this, and I get it. Now, if I'm the mandatory in the WBO or anywhere else, then I clearly am going to feel different. So it's all about perspective. From my perspective, it seems like, why penalize Jamel for trying to do something great, for trying to do something, sort of historic in the sport. And, I'm working with the guy, who's the WBO mandatory, I'm probably thinking, no, come off those belts. If you're not going to give me the shot, I appreciate you want to make history, but I'm not waiting another 6 or 12 months.
Well, on the heels of that, what's the franchise status and where did it go?
It's a good question. I read the same stuff you guys. I haven't talked to Mauricio about it. I thought I saw him say that it's probably going to be faded out. So yeah, I think it was, it's an experiment. I'm not going to criticize
because that was the reason why we didn't get Maul versus Canelo.
Right. And,
now it's going to get faded out?
And that's what I heard. Look, that's what I thought I read. Look, I'm not going to get upset. Like it's, I think it's good to innovate and try, different things, and maybe it could have worked. If they're going to get rid of it, it's probably because it didn't really serve the purpose.
Yo, you got him shook.
In the game of life, you gotta fight. Yo, did your daddy warn you? If you gonna go, there is only one way.
Yo, you had him nervous. That was you, right? Talking to him?
Hell yeah.
You had him nervous. He was like, oh, well, look, see.
Hey, man, listen. If I scared him, I didn't mean that. I'm just saying.
No, he was shook.
I mean, just like that. He wants to phase it out. He said it didn't serve the purpose that they thought it would. What did that mean? When it popped up, when did it pop up? It came up out of nowhere when it was Jamal's turn to fight Canelo. And it just popped up. And he threw the real belt with all the lineage, you know, the belt with Roberto Duran's picture on it and Sugar Ray Leonard's picture on it. Got rid of that with Marvin Hagler's picture on that belt. How do you get rid of that for this new thing? When it was your turn, he could have took Jamal's O.
Yeah.
But he gave it to Jamal. Now watch this. No one called Jamal an email champion. Uh-oh. He didn't beat Canelo for that belt. You understand? When did the second one pop up? When it was time for Loma to fight Devin Haney. And like the crackhead he is, he says, hey, Mauricio, do you have any more of those franchise? Yes, Loma, we have a franchise right here in the garbage for you. Here, take it and send that one with all the lineage on it. Send that one to Devin Haney, email champion. And never, ever ridiculing the people that sent the goddamn email. You see what I'm talking about? And then when we get on here and say this, people want to act like we're making it up. Like we're complaining. So now you got David Benavidez. And I know the WBC just ordered it. After the Jamel Charlo fight, if Canelo goes in any direction other than Benavidez, and you Canelo fans don't hold them accountable, you're proving everything that I already know about you. This new era of fans, you guys are the absolute worst. You have a sexual fantasy love affair with this man and his pale skin and his red hair, and you masturbate at 1,000 miles an hour, and you pull on your nipple rings. Talk about la canela. And you're cool with him not having any real competition. He could fight John Ryder. He could announce, yo, James Kirkland wants a rematch. I'm running it back. And y'all will orgasm at the thought of that. Because anything that is a legitimate threat to him makes you cry like bitches. Take your salt shaker and get the fuck out my sport. The difference between you and I is that the fighters that I support, I want to see them tested. If there's some, see, that's why Lennox Lewis was a real one. If you was even mentioned in the same sentence as him, and you was in the same building, he was in your face. I'll knock you out, actually. Yeah, he was that guy. There's only a handful of guys walking around like that right now. You understand? And you guys just don't respect them. You guys got shirtless pictures of AJ as your wallpaper on your computer. You got pictures of Canelo drunk, wishing it was you and him in the picture. You guys got tongue rings and your eyebrows get shaped up. You guys are gay as hell. And that's okay. That's okay, but wave your flag and get the fuck out of my sport and get away from me when I'm talking boxing, though. Get the fuck out of here. This era is in error. You guys are wrong, man. Now, getting back to Bud. It's him chasing money, but it's disguised as legacy if he goes up to fight Canelo, because that's strictly a money fight. All of these guys should be freezing Canelo out and saying, fuck it, I don't want to fight this guy. I don't want to fight this guy for what? But a $50, $60 million payday, that's a lot to That's a lot to walk away from. So I get it, but then again, fuck it. They're hoping Errol don't take it because there's another article right here that says, what does it say? It says, oh, right here. Here it is. Crawford reveals that Spence rematch must happen at 147 unless notified in writing. So basically, all he has to do is put it in writing and request that he wants to fight at 154. So I guess that's what he has to do. So Errol needs to do that. Look, man, I understand contracts, you know. Y'all heard me say documentation beats conversation. So he needs to do that. He needs to say, hey, man, you know, look, I want this at 154. I cannot make 147, but blah, 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 blah. But y'all just heard Marco say he spoke to old boy, and that's the move. They're hoping Errol doesn't basically go through with the rematch because Bud wants to move on and do other things. Now, if he's putting Errol in a position where if Errol puts it in writing, and I hope this doesn't happen, but if Errol puts it in writing, yeah, you know, 154, and Bud if he gives resistance at that point, I mean, what do you want us to do with that? You think we're not going to rip Bud at that point?
I think it's too late. I think it has to be at 147 now because it wasn't put in writing. I don't think he can put it in writing and trigger it now. I think.
If that's the case,
because I think it was during I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, when you put in writing to trigger the rematch within those 30 days, that has to all be included. So from this, what I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what's happening. So he didn't include it, Spence, and obviously Bud didn't. So what Bud's doing is he's going with the legality of it, saying, "Look, legally, I have to fight him again."
Okay, all right, and that's my problem. That's my problem right there. Because King Vonnie's correct. He said it at the end of the fight. He wants it at 154.
Right.
Now,
he didn't put it in writing.
He didn't put it in writing. Okay, fine. But if you knew that, that means you knew this was coming. Right. So why is it that when he says, okay, 154, now you're saying, it's not in contracts, not in black and white, which is legally he's right. But if you knew that, why wouldn't you bend that rule?
Right. That's what I was saying. Bud can make an amendment. He can bend anything because if they go outside the parameters of the contract, Bud would have to be the person to legally take it up to court and make a big deal out of it. But if he leaves it alone, whatever happens, it's Bud's call, basically. Whatever he wants can happen.
And that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about, etiquette.
He doesn't want it to happen. Yeah.
Right. And this is what I'm saying, etiquette, because this right here is where people have a problem with him. Etiquette. Errol made this fight happen. If he left it up to the suits, we'd still be fussing online about who beats who. And Errol will be at 154 by now. And Bud will be fighting someone else for his vacant belts, more than likely.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Bud change a few things. You know, initially he said he would never fight Canelo unless it's at the highest 158, 160. And then a few days later, now he wants to go to 168. So it seems like he thought about it, and he's like, you know what? I want to do this.
Thank you. So now if he could do all of that mind changing for fucking Canelo, you can't do it for your brother that made a lot of changes and went around Al Heyman and shit for you, and you're not going to return that favor? And then you wonder why niggas don't like you, man. You wonder why. This is the shit I'm talking about. That's the fucking snake shit. And I hope Errol learned from this. Sometimes you gotta leave these motherfuckers where they are. This is similar to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. At the end of the day, if he had a crystal ball and was able to see into the future, he'd have left that fat motherfucker right on the couch and let him eat himself to death and snort coke. Should have left his ass there. Because he cheated him out of his mind. You can't be nice. Now, Errol did this for Bud, and he did this for boxing. If Bud does not return this favor, I'm telling you, y'all, ain't no coming back from this. Not from me.
Well, from what I understand, none of this matters because the Blue told me this actually. Errol's going to take it at 47. So they're going to fight.
Of course he's going to take it because that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's who he is. But if he takes it at 47, it's because that's who he is. He wants to run it back. It's not for money. It's not even really for the belts. The belts are just so happen to be on the line.
Yeah, no.
He just wants his get back.
Right.
And for Bud not to look out for his brother, man. Look out for his fellow fighter. Because fighters are actually supposed to give people, they're supposed to give each other a chance to eat. If Bud does this in this fashion, man, he's going to make everybody that talk crazy about him correct. Especially after you said you will go up to 168 to face Canelo. Why wouldn't you allow Errol to come in at 154? See, more and more, it's giving me reasonable cause to believe, especially with Errol's performance, that Bud knew something was wrong, man. He knew something was wrong. And he don't want Errol coming in at 154 because it might be a different fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're right, Cedric. Karma's a motherfucker. And karma has no expiration date. None. Can I tell you a story real quick, Marco?
Yeah.
Connor, what up? I was told a story from an older gentleman. He was in Vietnam. Now, we all know stories about people that went to Nam or whatever. He was in Vietnam. I don't know shit about the military. But this guy lived in New York, and they were in the same, I guess, platoon or something. And he said, well, you know, when we was over there, you have to become a different person. It's war.
Right.
And allegedly, without getting too graphic, he was one of those dudes going into these villages and, you know, deleting kids and raping the girls. He was one of those guys. Right? Comes back to America. He was fortunate that he had his whole family there that took care of him. He ended up getting a job, and he turned into a regular citizen. But he said, you know, I worked around this guy. This guy was a douchebag, right? Comes back to America, walks out his house, goes into Manhattan somewhere, makes a wrong turn by Central Park. Some guys jump on him and beat him to death.
Yeah.
But he got a medal for his work in Vietnam. And it's like, you know, you never say anything, but he said, man, I've watched this guy like do people dirty, like murder people and stuff like that. You do all of that, get celebrated coming back to America. You come back here, you're fortunate enough to have your family, get a job, and then you make one wrong turn on Central Park, and some dudes jump out the bushes and kill you. You duck bullets and you're driving tanks and helicopters and shit, and you come back home to get murdered. And I said, wow. And the dude that I was told that was like, yo, you know, I never said anything, but I really didn't like that guy. And we all came home, and it's like, you know, damn. And then you hear about him getting off, and like, ain't that unfortunate? And in your mind, you're like, no, he deserved that. If you saw what he was doing in Nam, now this is what I was told. This is what I was told. He's like, yo, I ain't feel sorry for the guy. You duck bullets and you're John Rambo in Vietnam just to come home and get murdered. Crazy.
Right.
Point is, karma has no expiration date. It has no expiration date. Now that might be a little extreme, the story I shared. But what I'm telling you is, if he operates like this, based off of what your man told you, if he does this, hey man, moving forward, I can't fuck with Bud. I'm not talking about his skill set. I'm not talking about anything. Anything like that. Bud is a bad motherfucker in that ring. He's proven that. I'm talking about how he moves business-wise. And you Bud dick riders, I'm telling y'all, the fight don't happen if it wasn't for Errol. And if he treats Errol in this fashion, all Bud has to do is say, oh no, you can come in at 154. I'm gonna bust your ass anyway. That's what he believes. That's what y'all believe. That's what he said. That's what Bomac said. So let him come in at 154. If you do not allow him to come in at 154, but you talking about you beat Jamel at 154 and you'll go to 168 for Canelo, I have no respect for Bud at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing you can tell me. And for you to celebrate this behavior, it tells me everything I need to know about you as a fanatic. You're a fanatic, not a supporter of the sport, because that's fucked up. You Bud fans, you Shakur fans, you guys are fucking weirdos. You guys are fucking weird, man. You guys are weird. I don't identify with you skinny jean, tweezed eyebrows, tongue ring having ass dudes. You guys are weirdos. You guys are weird. All you niggas born in the 2000s, y'all are weird. I don't get it. Grown-ass men don't put a nose ring in between here unless you're a rock star. I don't get you niggas. Men don't wear tongue rings, y'all. I don't get you niggas. I don't get you niggas. Men don't share skinny jeans with their girlfriends. I don't get you niggas. I don't get it. I was born in 75, y'all. I'm a different breed. If you ride with this Bud shit, if he does this, he could come in at one. All he got to do is say, yo, come in at 154. I'm good. That's all you got to do. If you don't do this, if you give any kind of resistance, you can't tell me shit about Bud. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, I don't agree with him as a fucking human being. I don't agree with him as a man. That was some bullshit. After Errol looked out for you and did this, and y'all ain't shit because 700,000 pay-per-view buys, that's what y'all did for him? Y'all are not the fans that you say you are. You guys are fucking faggots.
I hate you. I hate you so much, you fucking faggot.
Can't stand you. Can't stand you. So that's my take on Bud. Just let Errol come in at 154, man. Cut the bullshit. Marco, you got anything else?
I mean, not really. You know, we'll see what happens. I guess we're just waiting. I think you drove this pretty well.
Disappointed, man, because Bud is so brilliant in the ring. And now that he got the ball, he got the baton. I've never seen him do so many interviews in my life. Now he talking and now you in the limelight and okay. Just let Errol come in at 154. I don't know what the problem is. Especially since had he been like, yo, 147, you know, that was a struggle. The only reason why he did say 147 was a struggle, he made it seem like 147 was a struggle to come in because he couldn't make the weight because he was too heavy. That's how he made it sound. Know this now, Bud fans. If he says Errol has to come in at 147, y'all ain't got nowhere to go, man. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. Motherfuckers. And just to reiterate on this email champion shit. Look, man, you Shakur fans, you Bud fans, and you goddamn Haney haters, you're all one and the same. You're a bunch of scumbags. You're a bunch of scumbags. Grow out your eyebrows. Get some straight cut jeans. And just stop being a homo.
I hate you. I hate you so much, you fucking faggot.
You guys are horrible. Let's see. Yeah. Pep talk tonight. We're gonna be talking about paternity laws. A lot of y'all niggas aren't even boxing fans. Y'all are just fans of fighters, man. You guys are fucking...
What are you, a homo?
I don't understand you kids, man. Motherfuckers. Niggas be born in 97, 98, 99, 2000. You should cause that nigga, you know what I mean? You see that chain he got? Man, shut the fuck. You see those grills he got? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Thank God Bud Crawford won. #boxing. Shut up, you old cracker. You win the coons you got with spike chains around your neck, gag balls in your mouth. You fucking apes, you stupid monkeys. Stupid ass. If Bud does this, man, nope. Nope. It's not good. If Bud does this, not good, man. Not good. I don't want him to do it. Just let Errol come in at 154, man. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. But if Bud does this, man, I'm telling y'all, if he enforces the 147, Errol's gonna come in at 147. But don't expect anything different. I'm not. Deep Free, my brother, what's good? I'm not gonna expect anything different, man. I'm gonna be like, oh well, here we go. Round 5, round 4, round 5 this time. I'm not gonna have any faith. I'm telling you right now. But just know this now. If he enforces like, hey man, you're supposed to say 154, says it in writing, it's true. It's supposed to be in writing. But if you don't amend it in any way, shape, or form, after Errol done did that for you, bro, I'm not fucking with Bud, man. I'll go as far as to say this, and I need y'all to listen carefully. In the event that he makes it to the Canelo fight, I'm not gonna give a fuck about it, man. Y'all know I don't fuck with Canelo. And I don't fuck with Bud. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it just for clicks on my goddamn channel. That's it. But I will have no horse in that race. I really don't care. Let the Bud fans deal with those motherfuckers coming over to you, calling you Mayate, and all. Y'all deal with it. I don't give a fuck if 1,000 Mexicans show up there with nooses around their neck in blackface. I don't care. I won't have nothing to do with that. Y'all Bud dick riders, y'all deal with it. Hold on one second. So y'all do what y'all want at this point, man. Pep talk tonight, and General's on. I'm out of here. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.